when you don't think God loves you, when you think that He looks at you like everybody else does, you'll start to treat Him like you would treat everybody else. So I've cussed God out before. Cuss words. I've told Him to get the F out of my face.
Because this world is, we can only live in it once. And so with my problem, how can God really, truly, how can He work my situation out? And that was my issue. I would always isolate everything that happened to me being burned.
Yeah.
Everything. I was just like, okay, well, yeah, you may have been molested and you go through the same thing, but you don't wear my face. So everything will be okay for you eventually. Someone will love you for who you are eventually because they can, you fit in. I don't. So I began to think that my problems were too much for God. And like I said, I'm 29 and I'm at a place where I'm beginning to surrender, because at the end of the day, you can put yourself in so many situations, but you're going to have to surrender at some way or point.
Surrender or explode. That's what J. Pinkett Smith says. I like that. And it literally feels that way. It's literally a surrenderance, or you're going to be running in the same circle over and over and over again. You're going to be the same kind of person in different people. Over and over, and you're going to treat the wrong people right and the right people wrong.
And that's only because we're drawn to the type of people in which we can identify ourselves with.
That's right.
So when you begin to see yourself as more, then you're going to be able to set high expectations for yourself. Prime example, I've been in relationships where I just was like, you know what, I'm just going to settle. I don't want to be, and that's a different thing, because I would never see myself being in a situation like that, and I just was like, I'm never going to find anybody, so I might as well just settle with this stuff, because so that way I can feel normal, that way I can have somebody, I can say that I've had someone, okay, but the thing about that is that when God has a calling on you, you can't fight it, because he's gonna get you out some way somehow. Okay? He's gonna constantly remind yourself. So in all of these situations that I was in, for some reason I could never stay long enough, because just me, I just was like, oh, I'm too much for this. I'm better than that. And then it was even worse because they thought they was doing me a favor by being with me. Oh, well, you look like this, so therefore I'm doing you a favor by being with you. And I'm looking at them like, you ain't even got a job, and I got one. So look at you. Like there's just so many things. And then the more I began to excel and exceed in life and my accomplishments, so graduated high school, I went on to college, graduated college, I started a nonprofit with a friend of mine for burn survivors. I've done motivational speaking, been on Maury, I'm working on my master's degree, working on my own business, working on my book. All of these things and that is what I look to, and I say I am somebody, and this is why I'm beautiful, because I can do this. And there's so many people, ain't nothing wrong with y'all, and I'm not going to say y'all, but like people will never accomplish half of what I've done with all of my imperfections. Okay?
And the same thing goes for you guys. We just got to bring it back in. The same thing goes for you guys. Maybe you aren't a burn victim, but maybe you've been through your own personal fire internally.
Look at that.
Maybe your scars are inside and they're so deep that you don't even want. Have you ever watched the show Hoarders? It's my best friend in the back. We're obsessed with this show Hoarders, because we wonder how these people get to the point where they are living in mess, and that literally happens on the inside of us. Our issues, the people in Hoarders, and we don't even want to tackle it because it's been so much. But I'm telling you now, this is the weekend where you're going to tackle it. So you've been tricked, you've been bamboozled. Because now that you've signed up for the Lady Diva conference, you will be challenged to change. And that's what's important to us. At this time, guys, thank you so much for being with us. The conversation is going to continue after the show. Unfortunately, you won't be able to see that, but we thank you so much for tuning in. For more information about the Lady Diva Corporation, please go to www.ladydiva.org. I am the Lady Diva Shay. Be inspired and be legendary. Bye-bye.